An essential ingredient to a good serve is to think of it from the standpoint of throwing a baseball. If you haven't developed a good throwing motion, you're going to have to work on that in order to develop your serve. On the other hand, I could teach a professional baseball pitcher how to serve in about 5 minutes. Once he learns the coordination of the toss, because his throwing arm knows exactly what to do. The throwing motion is the same motion that you want for your serve. When you want to throw a ball with power, it's essential that you get shoulder rotation. If you don't, all you're going to have is the power of the arm. But when you rotate the shoulders, this will give you the power that you want. When you watch a pitcher, notice how they rotate the shoulders away from the batter. Then they uncoil the body, first the front leg, then the hips, then the shoulders, elbow, and wrist, in that order. It's this unbroken sequence of body movements that gives the pitcher the power he wants. It's exactly what you want on the serve, the same thing. It sounds easy enough, right? But many players have to overcome their lack of a throwing motion and many old ideas about scratching the back and so forth. If you haven't developed a good throwing motion, practice with a friend or against a wall. Here are some key points to remember. You can use 2 balls to get the idea of the hand's movement on the serve. Okay, you start with your weight forward. You bring both hands back together. Now notice how the balls are moving on the same level. Now once the hitting arm reaches the horizontal, at this point the shoulder is going to turn towards the ball toss. As it does, the arm is going to go spaghetti here. That means just relax the arm, break the elbow, let the arm go spaghetti. It's also essential at this point that the palm of the hand does not turn up. Notice how the palm is down. At this point, the hand's first movement is this way, up like I'm going to salute or tip my hat. So the hand moves this way with the palm down. This is one of the most crucial things you need to learn on your serve. At this point, if the palm goes up, you're going to get a patty cake serve. Your arm will never form that nice loop that gives you a fling or a nice throw. So remember, start with 2 balls, get the idea of the hands moving together. Hands come back together and then up together. At this point, remember the toss would be released. Now the shoulder's going, the hitting arm goes spaghetti at the shoulder and go up towards your contact point. So work on that throwing motion. It's essential for a good serve. Okay, so practice your throwing motion every chance you get. You know, in the summertime, if you go to the beach, bring a tennis ball along and practice that throwing motion. It's really going to pay off with your serve. So Dave and I here are going to just practice throwing, and this will really help our motion. So remember, bring the hands back together. When the hitting arm reaches that horizontal, remember the palm stays down, the hand comes up like you're going to salute or tip your hat. Keep that palm down, that's crucial. Just come down and then fling. Okay, Dave, throw it back. Dave, that's it, good. Okay, so we're just practicing our throwing motion here. Remember to rotate your shoulders, that's it, Dave. Rotate the shoulders away and then come around. Okay, so throwing is the idea. That's the exact same motion as serving. So work on that throwing motion. Very good, Dave. Some great practice for your serve is to get an old racket and practice throwing over the net. Remember, don't grip the racket tight. You don't want white knuckles on this one. You want it nice and loose. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the tightest, hold the racket at, let's say, 2 or 3, nice and relaxed, as if you were holding a small bird. And then just practice throwing the racket over the net. Keep the arm loose. So I'm going to let the racket fly this time. I'm just trying to get the feeling of throwing. Here we go. That's the feeling you want. And you may lose a little control in the beginning, but keep working on it. It's really going to help your serve.